Will this shiny new Garmin Instinct 3 Solar in 2025 truly charge that much faster than the Instinct 2X Solar from 2023? Both watches, side by side, using the same light source, the sun. Yes, the Instinct 3 Solar was updated to the latest software version, 6.29. This was test number 8, and the orange one appears to be slightly faster. Is your money on the red-orange solar or the orange solar watch? Okay. Had the watches out. Whoops. Subtle drop test. Had the watches out all day. Just had them on the ledge there. And if you can't tell by the sound of the rain and those skies, yeah, not the best day. This morning was pretty good though. Let's take these dirty, dusty rain-covered watches inside. Take a look at the stats. Had I not done the test myself, I don't think I would believe the data. So there's a start, there's the middle, rain, dust, wind, and hours later. We had an increase of 2% or 2 days. And I think this would have been probably in just about an hour, maybe at most 90 minutes, just from the way clouds and sun movement, right? It normally would not take 4 hours to augment watches like this by 100 lux, but because of the cloudy weather. So 2% or 4%. Summary: the Instinct 3 not only charges faster, but also more efficiently. And number 2, 22 more lux hours yielded twice the battery life and twice the extended battery. Now I think that might slow down over time, if these watches were both in the same amount of sunlight over 2 hours, would this go up 160 lux and would it go up exactly 204? Probably not. But all I know is those are the stats. So we started off with 27, ended 29. Start off with 53 and ended with 57. Now I've kept both of these in do not disturb mode and also battery saver mode. So no vibration, no connection to Bluetooth, and that allowed them to charge more quickly and maintain. Had I just put this one back on and worn it all day like I did with the Instinct 3 and the T-Rex 3, then it would not still have 57%. So now we've dropped down to 14 days, and now this is down to 9 days. Pretty incredible. I mean, when you look at them, they don't look that much different. I mean, they're the same size, pretty much. Actually, this one is just slightly bigger from 2 years ago, but the solar technology has somehow changed, and it's different. See how shiny the 2X is, and this one has, well, it's just kind of a grayer finish, not so silver and purple. Different technology. Who knew? And they did fix that bug where now when you do have the solar intensity app open, you do see fluctuations in the little panel there. Yeah. All right. More testing is needed, but I'm glad I was finally able to prove that yes, the Instinct 3 is worth it if you want better battery life and a watch that charges more quickly in the sunlight. Another cool thing that they did fix, and I'll be wearing both of these watches side by side for several days to get more info, but it's just kind of a subtle one. If we take this out of sleep mode and we can get the seconds on the screen. Hold on. Okay, you'll notice in just a little bit here we have the seconds. This one just keeps going, where this one actually stops the seconds. Oh, they fixed it in both. This one did not used to do that. So it's good that they finally fixed that. I like the contrast. The screen is also crisper, faster navigation, and we'll go over it later. I really wish this one had the 5.0 sensor. C'est la vie. All right, good night. It is still an overcast day, but we're going to try this. Still the same. People want to know. So we're at 25% or 8 days. The best way to solar charge, put it into battery saver mode. So now we're at 25%, 25 days, solar intensity, 0.2, nothing. And my average since I unboxed it, 11.5. And that is because the weather's been like this, overcast, cloudy, snowy, rainy. And just for kicks, we'll keep these other two outside. So we'll do oldest to newest. So this is the Garmin Instinct 2X from 2023. I've had this for over 500 days. This one I've had for about 3 months. This is the Enduro 3, also solar. And then we have the Instinct 3. So we're at 34%, 34 days. 85% or 78 days. And yep, 25. Maybe the sun will break out. It is 12:17, so we have a good, I don't know, 5 hours of sunlight left. And I'll move these to sunnier areas in about an hour when the sun shifts to the other side of my house. And then right here, this is what I was talking about. See that indicator? And then we have the solar indicator of the Enduro 3. Notice that there's a little one little dot. That means it's 10%, which is nothing over even an entire day. You really need at least 50%. And then this one has an indicator as well. This one is also showing 1, and this one shows, I can't make out any change. And even when I can see the numbers moving, it's still, there's no indicator, and I don't know why Garmin took that away. So what we're testing is here how fast these are going to charge and whether or not the battery percent actually changes without a restart. And many, many hours later during our solar test, the sun has set. Our watches are there charging. I kind of jerry-rigged this because I didn't want the watches to fall out, so I used one of my kiddos' paintbrushes to keep this watch from falling. So now we can gently open the window seal. Okay, open, whoa, hang on. Let's open the window seal a little. There. Test subject number 1 and 2 and 3. So it is pretty cold outside. It was probably 40. It was almost, I don't know, I'll have to check the temperature, but it wasn't too cold. We can look at the watches. There we go. Okay. The sun actually set several minutes ago. We missed a beautiful sunset. Sorry about that. Let's go down to the studio, and this will be a lot easier. After a few minutes of documentation, the test was a wash. This one didn't really go up at all. It started at 25. Oh, it actually went down, even though it did gather 20.3 lux hours. This one ended up accumulating a good 39, so the most, but then again, this was out a good 9 hours today, and this one too was out 9 hours today. If you notice, there's no steps on these because they were just outside in the cloudy weather. So cloudy weather, not a good solar test, but I wanted to see because other people were saying different. This one I did wear a good, I don't know, most of the day. And it was right around noon that I finally put on a different watch and let this one soak in the sun. There we go, 4,000. And I went retro back to the original Instinct Solar from 2020. So there you go. Those are the stats on a sunny day. We'll try this again. But definitely this one gathered more sunlight than the Enduro 3. So it's going to be really between these two, but you never know. Maybe the Enduro 3 will surprise us. See you on another day. Yeah, it's pretty crazy the length I will go to charge my watches, throwing them on the dashboard while I drive, but man, it's just so much fun to have a solar watch and actually see it in real time how much it charges. I highly recommend sometime buying a solar watch. And here we are again outside in the sunny weather. This is the Enduro 3, the Instinct 2X, and the Instinct 3 Solar. I couldn't help but charge all three at once just to get a little speed test and just dying to get outside in the sun. Literally every day since I bought the Instinct 3 Solar, it has been cloudy or rainy or snowy, and at most I was getting maybe a half an hour of sunlight. If you don't have really, really good sunlight, solar watches can't do much at all. But wow, fun stuff with these wearables. It's almost sunset, and my little science project with the watches is about over. Yep, I would say sunset is done. Solar charging is finished for today. All in all though, it was a good sunset, and I think we reached over 400 lux hours. Let's go check. Here were the numbers at 1 o'clock, and oh, that's my step count. It is now 18:28. 18 minus 13 is something. So 5 hours of solar testing, and it's dark. So okay, this is the tricky part. Hey cam girl, can you hold the things? If I pull the window up too fast, then this watch can fall out, and I've already dropped it once. Ow! All right, we'll go oldest to newest. So this one, Infinity, and 153 lux hours. I was thinking it was gonna get more. And a little condensation. How cold did it get? 57. Then I got the Enduro 3, and 82%, 76 days. Nice. Solar intensity, almost 400K. Yesterday we got 400K, so 338,000 lux hours. And the newest watch, come on Infinity, so close. Still at 100 days, 100 days, sorry, 100% 100 days, and almost 300 lux hours. So the new watch in the same amount of sunlight got almost twice the amount of lux hours, but yet this one's already at infinity, and I think it's because I wore this one to bed last night, but still, that's really good. That's really good solar intensity. And I think the reason this one has less is because it just stopped gathering it maybe, and I wasn't watching every minute, but interesting nonetheless. So how do we sum all this up? In conclusion, yes, it's faster. Not that much faster than the Enduro 3, but yet this one has a larger battery. So even though they're collecting about the same amount of sunlight and the lux hours, the battery percentage increase and the battery estimate is slightly slower because it's charging that larger battery. But yes, the Enduro 3 does last longer, but it's twice as much. The Instinct 2X is now, you can probably find it for $350. This is brand new, it's $450. This one, the Enduro 3, was $900. It's gonna drop to $850, maybe $750 soon. Or if you get it through REI, you can get a discount if you're a member. I don't know that you'd be weighing the differences and be torn between the Enduro 3 and this one, but yet had I known this one was going to come out, I don't know if I really need this one. Yes, it's in color and that's all fun and all, but it's tempting to just sell this and then I can buy another one. I don't know. It's a different look. This is more for someone who wants more, a lot more. But it is nice that the charging speed has increased. And I do like that this one is still working almost 2 years later. I think this one will be 2 years in July. So I've had this one well over 18 months. I think my total day count is almost up to 580 days. And this one will soon be 2 weeks. I still haven't got this one to infinity. And the Enduro 3, I did create a video about it. I don't know if I'll ever finish editing it. This one does not go to infinity. I thought maybe there'd be an Easter egg. There's not. It won't show the infinity battery charge. And unlike this one, even though I took it out of battery saver mode, it's 100%. It hasn't been charged for hours now. And it still has that lovely infinity logo. Love it. So hopefully tomorrow with a little more sunlight, I'll get that info for you. And I don't know why I'm wearing 2 watches on one wrist. Who does that, right? I will have another video about the Instinct 3 Solar and probably just that watch, but a lot of people have asked me about the battery life, and the battery life is really good. I took it out of battery saver mode. It's still at 100%, and it's saying 51 days, and that's without doing anything. So with just about an hour to 90 minutes, that's what I averaged on this one. So if you can get an hour to 90 minutes, at least 80 minutes of direct sunlight, which could mean you're outside for hours, the battery can last forever. Again, I made it 88 days with GPS, smart notifications, without plugging this one in. And I did find somewhat of an Easter egg. Let me show you in the app. So look how bright that screen is. It's just a little more crisp. And the fact that it's just a different screen technology, different solar technology. It's just brighter. Now that's at, I think I cranked it up for the photo. So let's crank it down to just 5%, which is normally what I have it on. And I can view it just fine. And I'll turn this brightness down to 5%. And when you look at both side by side, see that one's brighter. Kill another light. Can you tell? I can tell. So now I'm at 66 days because I turned the brightness down. And if I re-enable Bluetooth, now I'm down to 45 days. So I think with a little bit more solar, this will go up to 50 days with Bluetooth enabled. So I'm gonna wear this one to bed tonight and this one to bed tonight. And pretty soon I'll be done testing the Instinct 3 AMOLED, and then I'll wear these side by side to see all the variety of software inconsistencies and differences. So after your watch syncs, you can click on solar intensity. See, that's normal, right? And then they show you activities. Okay, we're used to that. Oh, USB connected. So yesterday I charged it. And it even does that on the Instinct 2X Solar. Even though I haven't synced it. See right there? It shows that I charged it yesterday, USB connected. And I checked on the Enduro 3, and of course the Enduro 3 has that same functionality. But what Garmin needs to do here is add reporting. Why doesn't it show me on Friday? And okay, not much solar there. Oh, there we go. On all these days that I had really good solar, it should tell me, hey, your battery increased by this. Oh, your total lux hours were this. It's just not logged, even though it is there. They're just not doing anything with the data from the Instinct 2X or this new Instinct 3. And I was really hoping they would do that. So this one already has, oh, yeah. So it's averaging 30 more lux per day, and I've had these in the sun about the same amount of time. That's whatever they did in the factory. They built a more efficient solar panel, but mostly the changes that we're seeing, that I'm seeing, and that I've read from other reviewers, it's mostly software changes, except for the new solar, the brighter screen, the new design. The buttons are slightly more recessed. You still have the nice convex bezel to protect the screen. It is not sapphire. I wish it was. The Enduro 3 does have a sapphire screen. Honestly, I would pay another 25 bucks if this was a color screen like the Enduro 3 and the old Phoenix watches. But there you go. A fun little new feature and a subtle little Easter egg, for me anyway. I'm honestly just going to say wait. I think they're going to come out with some different colors, and maybe in the Surf Edition, they'll throw in the Sensor 5? I don't know. I'm not necessarily, I mean, yeah, you get the skin temperature and more lights, but I still think this 4 sensor technology that they've been using now for a solid 2 years, maybe longer, depending on which watch you bought, it's pretty accurate. When I compare it to the Enduro 3, it's not a huge difference. I hope I was able to answer a lot of the questions about these fun solar watches. I may still keep it just because I think they're so much fun, and maybe I'll just have to finally bite the bullet and sell my Instinct Solar from 2020. Maybe I can get a, what do you think? Does someone want to offer me 150 bucks for this, not antique, but this OG watch? Still works. Wow, look how small that is. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching. I'll have more about solar watches, and I have a new smart ring coming up, the Ringcon smart ring, and I'll be reviewing these, if you like headphones, the Amazfit Up. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. What else do I have? Oh, for the child inside of you, I'll be doing a time-lapse build of this Harry Potter Lego set. This is Hagrid's Hut, set number 76428. Are you a fan of Lego? Are you a fan of Harry Potter? I am. All right, it's time for bed. I hope you're able to beat yesterday, and yeah, pithy thoughts, type those down below. Share this with your friends if you like, and I hope your sleep score is really, really good today. Goodbye.